Hey everyone, this is the next step to actually starting this small painting. Um, we have the reference picture, which the lamp has a sunset in it, you might say. So I'm going to start with parts of that and just move around and see what we will do with it. I have yellow mixed up right now, Createx illustration colors, and I have a little violet in it. I definitely have some white in it, and I'm talking about for the actual grayish yellow color. Okay, the white right now in the center, I will be leaving probably the white of the board for now. And in the real picture, there's actually a greenish outline. And I can't see it too good in the camera here, but there's a little bit of a greenish yellow, and I mean hardly, you can hardly see the green. But anyway, after that, I mixed up a little bit of an orangey brown. I think I took orange, cobalt blue, white, and I'm not exactly sure if I had anything else to that, but I used a paintbrush to dip into little amounts so I didn't pour big droplets necessarily. If you're making little amounts of paint in the color cup, which is, I'm talking about for small paintings, you definitely don't want to put a droplet in, a whole drop from the bottle. You'll ruin the color. So I use a little paintbrush and dip it in and just, switch it around, swish it around a little bit and get my colors I want. So let's get to painting. Okay, so I'm going to just slide this in here. Now, before I bring the camera, zoom in a little more. Frisket, it comes in a roll. This is Art Tool, I think, and it's the satin finish. It's the only Frisket I'll buy. I don't like the shiny surface one. This one you can cut. I just can't draw on the other one with even the Stabilo pencil too good, which is like a crayon. Anyway, it's a little piece of Frisket right here. Okay, the cutout pieces I did under good lighting, just from saving the pieces on here. So I did them separate from in the video. So you save the backing paper, the liner paper, and you put your cut pieces, accurately cut pieces, and they got to be smooth, back onto there. And then you can put them back in place when you need to. All right, a little bit of spraying, and let's get going. So I got the yellow. I'm just putting a little bit in here. You don't fill the color cup up. And I'm going to move it in a little bit. Now you won't see the reference as well, but you'll see the painting better. Okay. So I'm going to come in here, test it a little bit. And hopefully I won't get in your way. I'm just going to put a little bit, remember it's protected, over that yellow right there. Come across the bottom. I have a little bit of a pencil line still there. It's okay though, because an opaque color covers. It literally covers. And then I could see that it can make adjustments, and it has much more orange in it and stuff. But working with a light color, you really can't go wrong, because you can go darker over it. So we got a little bit of that started. I might hint a little bit of yellow before I put my orangey color in there. Okay, so I don't have to really clean the gun. Just on the side here, I'm spraying off some of the overspray. And now I'm going to put in the, it's almost like burnt sienna, but it's a mixture. It does have white in it. And I'm just making these colors behave like, as they have white in it, but you can make them, if you spray them light enough, you can make them behave like a transparent. And I can always fire in other colors, transparents on top to brighten them up a little bit. All right, so now right here, let's see what's going on here. Right here we have an orange area, right there. And then it's going to get darker. So I'll use the same color, and I'll just fire, stay in the same spot. So that's going to be more saturated with orange when I'm done. I'm just going to kind of make the shape I see in the picture. Goes up a little bit. Tip drying. Kind of goes up like that. And over. Spray on the side to test it. It's all protected. Okay. I even see some reds in there and stuff right now. Funny how you lay one color down and you can start seeing a bunch of stuff that's going on that you didn't see initially. Always look deep into your reference, study it, and learn from it. Answers are in your reference picture. So just edging that off a little bit there. Let's see. All right. Now the actual center part that looks like a wick, I guess. I don't know. That is covered right now. So what we'll do here is we'll wipe off, clean up the frisket a little bit. Hopefully this won't shake the camera. Some areas wipe off real easy. Over here there was some glue, maybe from a piece of tape on the frisket. I'm not sure. I usually put a rubber band around it, but for some reason it had a little bit of a smear of glue on there, which doesn't allow you to erase too easily. Okay, so I have the beginning of what I want to do with the, let's take this and clean this up too. This so-called looking sunset inside the light, which really looks cool. Now remember, color theory, your opposites on the color wheel, such as orange and blue, are not only great to mix into each other for graying down, desaturating, but they're also fantastic looking as opposites. The blue next to that, so, you know, yellows and oranges just are beautiful looking. And so that's what's going to really set the picture off. It's what caught my eye when I took the photo. All right, so we've got this much going right now. And what I'm going to do, I notice here that the little piece in the center is a little bit crooked because the whole lantern is leaning this way. All right, it's leaning kind of tilted, okay, towards that direction. So it's all kind of like that. All right, but for some reason I must have I don't know, I must have drawn it that way. But the thing is, I can manipulate that. I can do that. Okay, so we have the white area right here, which I can clean up a little bit more. It's kind of a rectangle. I don't do too much erasing on camera because my cell phone holder is attached to my desk and it really will start wiggling. Okay, so you're removing paint. If you see that little line there, okay, I'll bring that picture up again. If you look, you'll see this little dip here in the white right there. So it's a rectangle, but it's got a little, so you paint along what you're looking at. So if you see it and you put it in, All right, So we'll go from here. Let's see. I have a little bit of, I'm going to back this camera back out a little bit so you can see. There we go. Trying to get the top just, yeah, there we go. All right, so I have some black that I'm going to put in the gun. And it's not black, it's black with, it has white in it. It's a gray. Because it looks like black real fast if you just look at the picture, but when you really look at it close, you'll see that it has a charcoal look to it, because other areas are blacker on the this part of the lamp right here. This part's a little lighter, and in the reference I see it. You guys can't see it so much, but that's what you do with your reference pictures. You study them close. Okay, so we're just going to fire in right along here, freehand. This is protected, so I'll just use the freehand control. I'll fire in my gray tone. If it's too dark, meaning I didn't make it gray enough, I can spray over that and make it come about. Actually, let me look very close again. Okay, so this is actually dark. This top piece here, this little crown piece that goes on top of the bulb, the glass, is very dark. Even though that's charcoal, it's going to work because I'm spraying it heavier. I can go over it with black later. I notice here, right in this area, that it's dark, kind of like an underline. Got to get that tip dry. You can rock the needle. This is the SB micron, SB custom micron. So you got your, whoops. There we go. Just want to have that. And then this next section here is just a little more grayer. So I know you can't see it too much, but I'm just going to put it on a little lighter with this color. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to empty out the color, and I'm going to spray in black a little bit more. Even though I'm using one color here and you can kind of see some of the changes, I am going to come in with black in the gun, I think, to help it along more, because the gray is pretty close. They're not far off value-wise, but when you look at it in person, you'll say, oh, look at that. The artist paid attention to the values, and up close, especially if this was a large painting, you would see it real easy. Up close, you would catch it right away on seeing it in person. So just cleaning that up so you can kind of see the shapes. Being careful not to overspray over here. The good thing about using opaque paints is that you've got the opportunity to cover a mistake. Transparents, not so, not exactly as easy, because they don't really hide pencil lines. Transparents show the pencil line, and so I'm going over that again just to make it a little darker. Again, this is still the grayer. I forgot to cut that little piece out there. All right, I'll get that after, not on camera. I'm going to only go a little bit longer here, and probably going to continue on this painting as I go right now, sitting here and mixing up my blue, and then make a second video, even tonight, and then I'll upload both of them so you can at least see where I'm going as far as trying to take this a little further along. Once the lamp's done, this painting is super easy, because think about it. The trees are black, almost black. There's like little lighter versions. You could put sepia in there, brownish black, and they're freehand. They've got to be, because who would want to do, and they're out of focus in certain areas. Most of the edges are very soft, and that plays into it, because if you try to cut a stencil out, first of all, you'll go crazy, and second of all, it's not a hard edge, so you don't want to do that. All right, before I stop this video for the next part 3. I promised in the last video that I would give the newbies, people that are really just learning, a little bit of airbrush demonstration. So hopefully my camera will behave itself. This is a styrofoam. I'm going to just kind of tape that down so it doesn't move. This is just to show some control with the airbrush, so you can use this for practicing our t-shirts with paper towels. It's cheap, it's easy, and it gives you the opportunity to just do a million dagger strokes and then throw it away. You can also practice on old t-shirts. Okay, so we're switching guns. All right, now this gun is your Eclipse. Okay, big mouth bottle. You can also buy the actual bottles of Wicked colors, and you could get the lids and just put the color right on here. I just happen to do it this way, where these bottles come clear and empty. You can put water in. Obviously you want water in some. I'm going to back this out a little bit. Let's see. Nope, not in, out. There we go. All right, sorry about the shaking there. Now, this is limited because the camera is very close to the surface. I'm only, as you can see, very close. So we got double action. Down is air, back is color. So we leave the air on. You can practice making dots of various sizes. I'll try to do it on an angle. Then after you master the dot, the air is on the whole time, see? With the paints on and off. When a person comes to my class, we really get into this in depth, and we do all kinds of drills. All right, so you've got your line, you've got your fine dots that can be very fine. Even with this airbrush, it's incredible, the control you can get with the Eclipse. I work with higher air pressure on this. This does not have the MAC valve, so it's getting more air to it. Okay, so let's just show you the dagger stroke. I've showed you on some older videos, but this is really the t-shirt style. This actually is the gun. So there's your dagger strokes. A feather stroke would be softer, all right? Air's on the whole time. So when you go to write a name, see, I stop there. Doing this slow. Notice I didn't trail over. When you're doing the next letter, you're turning the air off in between. You're turning the air off, not the paint. All right, so when you go to, let's see if we can kind of, don't worry about speed right now. First of all, I'm sitting down, and I don't like working in this position. This is getting a little bit, you should really get finer lines. I'm going to do a slow dagger stroke. Okay, start here. We'll start with a dot. And then you just taper it and turn it off. Keep going. Follow through. All right. So again, this is just a little miniature demo. Air on, paint on and off. Hopefully this will help you a little. It's kind of hard to do. This, with the camera this close to it, I can't really get the gun to do its thing. There we go, a little bit better there. So I'm never you can hear the air's on the whole time. So just remember that, okay? Whether it's this gun, the t-shirt type gun, which is your Eclipse by Iwata, bottom feed, or you've got your Micron, side feed, any kind of gun, gravity feed, top feed, they all have double action. That means down is air, back is color. And so that's it. And then when you spray wider and further away, that's when you get your skies and stuff. I hear that air? It's on. And notice I'm not going like this. I'm going like this. It's like I'm pushing it in, feathering it in, turning it off on the edge. And then very soft gradations. So there'll be more on that, but that's a little example, basically just to say, leave the air on, turn the paint on and off. And I'm gonna go ahead and get into the next part of this video. Let's take this out. So that's just for people that are just starting, just to remind you to leave the air on the whole time. And I use this restorer. This is really great for cleaning, especially the t-shirt textile paint. This will melt my plastic cup, but it will not melt the bottles that are made for the airbrush. Do not spray this through the airbrush. It's not meant for that really. It's meant for cleaning, you know. I've sprayed it and I've coughed my brains out because it's you don't want that, and you don't want to spray alcohol. The alcohol that I have in the little squeeze bottles, you know. There's an L missing. Okay, but anyway, little vinyl letters there. So that's for cleaning. These tools are for cleaning out the bottles and the bigger heavy duty stuff. Getting into the smaller cleaning tools, I think Harbor Freight sells this for $2, different things you can ream the airbrush with. All right, enough on this video. I'll see you on part 3. I'm probably going to continue right now. And thanks again for checking this out, and I will see you soon. Take care.